welcome to today's thought on the Scattered Thought. Today I have for you a landing gear extensions and LED headlamp set by PGYTech. I know maybe not a lot of people do, and I probably do it a little bit more than I should, but I do like to fly around somewhat at night, just kind of in the area and very close to me, but mainly just to get shots of things that are in my area, and then that way I can kind of get a little bit of a different perspective of it. So this is something that I actually have wanted for a while, and I do live in a beachy area, so extended landing legs are not something that would actually hurt. More so it would actually help in my case. So I figured I would just go ahead and pick up this set. Now I have been waiting on this set for a very long time because for some reason or another the shipping time on them were almost like a month and a half, 2 months just to get these things sent to me. And I actually checked several different locations, so it wasn't just the one place that I checked, but you know, it is what it is. But they did finally come. I've had them for maybe just under a week, and I've been staring at them on the shelf here, and I figured, hey, today might be the day to go ahead and crack them open. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so as always, PGYTech seems to do very well with their packaging. I'm always very impressed with the way that these things come in, and I have no doubt that inside will probably be just as good. So let's go ahead and take a look. So, just as with the last PGYTech thing, I was never really sure about how to open these things correctly, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way. Oh yeah, these things do not like to, well, one thing you don't have to worry about is these things coming open when they're shipping, that's for sure. Alright. I'm sure there's probably a lot easier way to do it, but hey, this works out, so we'll go ahead and stick with that. Alright, nice and small, nice and convenient. The legs are actually very light. Wow, a lot lighter than I was actually expecting. I mean, granted, I'm kind of used to light things here with the drone stuff, but you know, I kind of always really surprised at just how light they can make these things. So let me go ahead and get this out of the way. Alright, so we got the legs and we got the lights. Now from what I understand, these do not come with batteries in them, so I'm actually going to have to put batteries in these when I do my flight test, but hey, this wow, that's actually really nice, really smooth. Job well done, PGYTech. Yeah. Okay. I was surprised there were no stickers in this one. Oh, wait a minute. Did I speak too soon? Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that. I've actually used my stickers in a couple places already. Nice little how-to, which we will check out later, and we'll put those somewhere else. Alright, well, let's go ahead and take a look at getting these things on. These just clip on, but the legs themselves. Alright, so somehow I dorked up the audio on this particular section, so I'm just going to go ahead and fix it this way. So on here, basically, I am talking about how the legs actually go on, and how I was actually really surprised at how grippy the front feet actually are. They kind of, they just kind of pop on, but it definitely takes a little bit of effort to pull them off. So I wasn't too worried about these things coming off during flight or even adjusting while they're landing. And obviously, as usual, I'm just trying to figure out how these things go on, because I absolutely kind of refuse to read instruction books while I'm doing things like this, because, you know, I mean, figuring out the stuff is actually part of the adventure for me. I was actually really impressed with the make of these things and how light they were. One concern I did have while I was going through this was the clips that actually clip onto the back legs. They felt just a little bit flimsy to me, but you know, time will tell on those. And then when you kind of clip them on, you got to slide them over to kind of make them stick. that wasn't very aware just by messing with it. I'm probably, you know, just figuring this out since I wasn't reading the instruction manual, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, the you know, the box, you know, shows that they were in the back, so I was kind of like figuring out which side they went on. And you know, once I got them on, they actually were pretty good. I mean, they were straight. They kept the body up, and you know, they did what they needed to do. So you know, good job PGYTech on that. And you know, I'm probably just jammering here. Jammering, that's a word. But you know, I'm just moving along. In case you're curious, the thing that has the light on it, that is that device that I ordered from Shapeways in one of my previous videos. So I just had put it on that day for the first time and decided to kind of test it out. If you're curious, check out the video. I mean, it is actually pretty nice. The only thing I was disappointed with on it is no matter where I placed it on the top, mind you, just the top, it does not allow you to take the battery out or swap the battery out. So you have to take off that top part to actually interact with it. But that's if you're only, you know, that's if you're putting it on the top. Granted, if you're using something like that, you probably already have an idea of the shoot that you're actually going to do. Alright, let's see here. And I'm just kind of showing what it lays, you know, how it lays down, you know, what it looks like with the feet on, and actually the distance. It actually is pretty impressive, you know, for as small as those things in, and I was actually able to put it in a small little pouch that I have. You know, the distance that it brings up off the ground is actually pretty nice, you know. Yeah, that's a good looking leg. It really did not add much weight at all to it. I mean, I cannot tell the difference by myself. I am curious to see how these lights here are actually going to work shining through. You know, I kind of would have thought that something like this, you know, I was really thinking when I was first thinking of lights that they would actually be kind of up in one of these areas, but this is definitely the way that they show it coming. So I have to do some tests and kind of see, but I can't see where you'd be able to like move them downwards. That way, if you're kind of like checking the ground, and I guess, you know, the angle would actually work with the camera angle a little bit better on that. Go ahead and take this guy off too. All right. Well, that is the unboxing and installation of the PGYTech landing gear extensions and LED headlamps. Alright, so here we are outside. I'm going to actually go ahead and try out these lights. Figure it's nice and dark, and maybe I can just use the top of this garage as a testing area. So let's go ahead and see what we can figure out. Alright, let's check it out. Alright, so as you can see, I have the lights on the actual drone itself. I'm also recording on the drone so we can kind of see if we get any a little bit of a better light show, but it's definitely a lot brighter than it is without it. Does not seem to like that, that's for sure. But you can kind of see I have them angled down because I aligned us with it. Okay. And it does light up the ground relatively well. And the higher we go, tell you what, how about we go ahead and shift over to this nice dark area over here. can see a little bit better over here. You can see a little bit better over here that it's actually got a spotlight that is following the drone around. So definitely, if you were looking for something out in the dark, this could definitely help in that regards. It's a little windy out here. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look at that. So I'll go ahead and rotate in place and you'll see. Actually, I'll probably go over where it's a little darker. Look at that. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and rotate in place, that way you can kind of see the light disappear. Look at that. It's a lot different. You'll see that light swinging back around here in a moment. Let's see here. There you go. See it? Look at that. I mean, it for sure. I mean, it's not going to be your brightest thing in the world, but maybe it'll see when it starts to kind of dissipate. Oh yeah, it's real windy out today. But let's see here. You can see it's way up there, and it's definitely going to help it be seen. And then you got the added light on there. Yeah, I dig it. It's going to be interesting to see if it's actually something I come using a lot. This is the PGYTech lights and landing gear. You can imagine how much these rotors are lighting up this iPhone mic at the moment. I'm sorry, I'm kind of using both hands here. But yeah, I mean, at the very least, it's neat. I kind of dig it. And we can both. Oh yeah. Now the question is how's it looking on the? How's it going to look on the drone itself when you're flying? Because that actually might be something that's useful. Doesn't look like it's gonna. It is so windy. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing all that much. I mean, obviously, the lower you go, the brighter it's going to be, but it's a cool little effect. Now, if you could turn these things on and off while you were flying it, that would be something. I can't imagine the stuff that's going to have to go into effect for that.